full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We've got one that does take to the skies before kickoff. That is the mascot, Freddie Falcon. And at ground level, here they come. A cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field in Atlanta. Tonight, we have ourselves a preseason clash between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And we're underway in Atlanta. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. At the helm for him, the former first-rounder back in that 2020 draft, Tua Tagovailoa.
I've heard from many of Tua's peers in the league that there's just not a more accurate guy. If you wanted to just do an accuracy test in the NFL, yeah, Tua's going to hit that target as much as anybody in the league. Avoiding injury and being available is really the only question mark now in Tua's career.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25. Look at how long he held off that defense before they finally got a hand on him, and they hauled him down.
Breaking out of tackles, sure, that's nice, but avoiding defenders altogether, that's even nicer and easier on the body, and you know his teammates love that breakaway threat.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. And if he has taken this entire drive himself so far, Brock, some assists, of course, from the guys up in front of him.
He'd be the first to give him credit, but he also knows when you get this going on the ground, it just sets the table for everything else.
On second down, Robinson. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal. Fed him on back-to-back plays, Brock, and he's got them moving now on this opening series.
Yeah, he's not needed any time at all to find his groove and settle in. This should set the table for the rest of the day.
Here's Robinson. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Robinson. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D-tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker.
Under pressure, down he goes. They got him at the 17. Alex Singleton. And not only does that play lose a ton of yardage, it's now fourth and goal. On is Nick Folk to attempt the field goal. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. And the kick by Folk is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Just kind of a confidence builder. The offense drives it down, special teams does their job, and now the defense going to take the field with the lead.
Looks away from one. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And it's going to be the third-year quarterback leading the charge. Winner of double-digit games in each of his first 2 seasons, Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense. Getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. You know, by the way, did I mention?
Has a hole left, room to run, into the red zone. All the way, touchdown Denver!
Sure didn't take long for somebody to get this game off and running, pun intended. But there's a lot of rounds left to fight and punches to be thrown. Sure feels good, though, to be the first one to land that haymaker.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Sent right down the middle and good. And they answer a field goal with 7 points, and they've got the lead.
Falcons 3. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They go play action with Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability and his reputation makes somebody else beat you.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Target is there, but it is incomplete. Defender saying, not on my watch. Making a hit to force that to the ground. It's 3rd down. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. 3rd and long for him here. He's hit and taken down. They got him at the 18. And now a long 4th and 14 upcoming.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Broncos start getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And he stopped at the spot he made the catch, so give him, looks like the 27 on that completion. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Traveling with the ground. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Looked like a first for a moment, but still a couple of inches left to go. 2nd down. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. Shoves him off, and he gets home. Touchdown, Broncos. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd already in this opening quarter.
Kate, 2 offensive possessions, 2 offensive touchdowns, but even sweeter than that is 2 rushing touchdowns. You are setting a tone and a mindset, and this defense, well, they better regroup.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And lead up to a much more comfortable 11 points now.
Falcons 3. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. A field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st and 10 now from the 46. First play is a design run. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
How many times, Kate, do you hear me talk about trust? Trust, trust, trust. There's nothing more important at the quarterback position than gaining the trust of your coaching staff. That one right there, well, that's not a deposit. That's a withdrawal of trust when you take a negative play on a run like that.
Here's Tagovailoa on second down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown!
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Extra point is up and good by 4. They've cut the lead to 4. 1 quarter away so far. 14-10 our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Harvey now to return it. Things going well so far. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. The Broncos offense all set to go. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And that one's incomplete. He got muscled off the ball there. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Harvey fields the pitch. Has a lane inside the 25. And he gets home. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Denver.
Okay, you know what a run like that does? For everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense, it just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Extra point try now from Lutz. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And lead up to a much more comfortable 11 points now.
Falcons 10. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Set to return. Here's Darnay Holmes. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Keeping it himself to begin this series. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he'll have him 4 and the 1st down as he's brought to a stop. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. They've got first down here from the 36. To the air with Penix. Looking for something, but the defense makes the play first, dropping him at the 27. And the day 3 pick gets his first career sack.
It's now second.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. After the sack, Penix. Defender meeting him at the catch point and breaking up that catch. Incomplete. That brings up third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And to the ground he goes, sliding to a stop well short here. And that's going to bring up fourth down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Takes it in at the 21. And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. So here comes the Bronco offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Here's Harvey to kick this one off. And he's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Stidham now to throw. Rushes right there as he releases it. And he goes nowhere near the target. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Here's Stidham to throw. The pressure's there, and they drop him back at his own 45. And that sets up an extremely difficult third now and 17. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for third down. They give up the middle to Harvey. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Penix. This time they forced the incompletion. Defense was ready after he got him on that last snap. Now it's second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
We motion the tight end over. Second down coming from Penix. This one's misplayed and falls to the ground. Incomplete, and now it's third down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Here he goes, third and long. And they will take him down. They got him back to the 41. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. And he'll try to hit this one well. He dodged the tackle. And nothing to complain about on this return as he gets it beyond the 30. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And we're down inside a minute to play here in the second quarter, but that is enough time to get a drive together. First down now, ball at the 33. Here's Stidham. Caught, nice gain left side. Taken down after a quality gain, though, 15 yards. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
A gain of 15. First down, Denver.
Throwing Stidham. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. Throwing on second down, Stidham. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing a double coverage, odds are against you.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Stidham now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to take him down just short of that marker in that range. Might we see them go for this fourth down? Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punted away. Billy Bowman on for the Falcons' return. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. All right, snap and a quick kneel down, and the final few seconds are going to lapse here in our first half. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Time now for the bottom half of the roster to make an impact, Brock. Our preseason opener underway in half number 2. Escapes the defender. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
First down now, ball at the 33. Here's a give up the middle to Pullman. And the stop is made. First down coming up. It's a gain of 11.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
First and 10 from the 43. Handoff headed right. It's Harvey. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Stidham. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Give to Harvey here from the pistol. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Roy Anderson, that's out with the tackle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. To the air with Stidham. Yeah, the defensive pressure messes up that release. Pass falls to the ground. It is incomplete. It's 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
We'll go play action with Stidham. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Here's Robinson with the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10. Throwing, Penix. Setting up the screen. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator, quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. But I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as a quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Oh, it's there, but he dropped it. A painful moment to break concentration. That forces 4th down.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Denver set to take the field on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First and 10 from the 32. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. He spins right by him. This is going to be good for a new set of downs. In the end, about 16 yards on that play.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
First down, Denver.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Stidham looking to pass. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Their rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end. Because it's going to be tight throws in the contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
They pitch it out to him here. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. Stop finally made after they give up 16 on the play. And that's going to give the Broncos a first down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Denver.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Coleman taking it straight ahead. They'll have him gain about a handful there. DeMarco Heller was there on the stop.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Here's Stidham on second down. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Broncos have the football, Brock, and with that lead, might have a win in just a little while, too. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Back to throw. And this one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Had a look up the middle, but trouble hanging on through that contact. That's going to force fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete. I think you could call this one, okay, his field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Holmes now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Here's Penix to throw. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And no shot of getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing on second down, Penix. And not able to corral this one. That's going to be his second drop of the game. It brings up third down.
They needed a lot more out of this offense in this one, Kate, to keep pace in this contest. Just wasn't there. Continuity wasn't there. Rhythm wasn't there. Confidence wasn't there. This is one they like to forget.
Third and long for him here. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 14 on the play. And that is good for an Atlanta first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Penix now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and that hit knocks it free, incomplete.
We've played 3 quarters here already, and those look like some fresh legs defensively, getting after the quarterback, forcing him out of the pocket, and forcing another incompletion.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. And it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet. I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
Penix on third down. And he loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's 4th down. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here. Throw is caught by the back. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on down.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
On the give, Coleman. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have got you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Here's Stidham to throw. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Well, those are the looks they have hoped would open up by this point in the game, Brock, but still got some guys sitting on those throws, and they nearly made a splash play.
You know as a quarterback when you throw in the middle of the field, there's just simply more defenders in harm's way, and you've got to see that window open. He got away with one there.
Pocket collapsing, and he's going to pay the price. Azeez Ojulari. And now it is 4th and 8. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
So the frustration spilling over a little bit on that play, Brock, choosing to just get rid of it, even though we did have a receiver in the area.
Yeah, I think that's right. You know, I'll co-sign on that. Frustrating. It's just been that kind of ball game, just not in any rhythm. Really, the defense dictating so much.
Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Penix now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. And the Broncos, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
down.
Okay, that's just one of those situations. It is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win. You feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Coleman trying the left side. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Broncos, well, they could probably just run away and hide. Offense to the line, 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Coleman. Has some space inside the 15. And he gets home. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown,
Jonah
Denver.
Coleman, 26 yards. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group. All 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Lutz gets the extra point to go. And that makes this a 24-point ball game.
Broncos 34, Falcons 10.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Holmes now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Now Penix off the play action. It's complete to Hooper. And that's only going to get him 3. Defenders all over it to escort him out.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call pretty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Working on 2nd down. Penix. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Had a man in the area, Brock, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he was trying to hit him there. It looked like he was just getting rid of that football.
I'm not going to correct you. You're right. And that's really a compliment to this defense. You saw the guy. He had his man, but the coverage, well, it was too good, and he didn't trust that throw.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Brought in right side. And a good gain here. 11 yards, it looks like. That's going to pick up a 1st. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the Russians going to win this rep. They get to it. And after the play, it's 2nd down now and 17.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Penix. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, this has been a tough series. Sacked on the 1st down play, forced to throw it away right there, an awfully difficult 3rd down now staring you in the face.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Penix looking to pass. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He's got a man, but he can't make the catch. That hit just a little too much. Breaks up that big play as 3rd down goes unanswered. Desperation time here on 4th. Trying to push deep downfield. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Jonte Barron has it.
Intercepted.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
They pitch it to him. And it was everything he could do just to get back to the line of scrimmage there as he's brought down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Has it downfield, working the left. There's the stop, but 22 yards given up before it. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And it's going to be first down Denver. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. So that's it for us here.